Welcome to House Money channel. This is House Money Investing. So I just made about 12 moves in the market, so I'm just posting a little update video. Um, if you don't know, I do house money investing, which is basically buying shares, pulling my principal out, and leaving the gains inside the stocks themselves. That way I can just let it compound and build over, decades of time. And it's basically, you know, risk free at that point and what I consider free stocks. So here I sold $29 worth of Square, and I actually left the profits in my Cash App. Same thing with Splunk. I pulled out my principal and left my gains in there. That was Cash App as well. And I pulled $54.98 out of my Cash App, which was principal. Out of my stash account, I withdrew $62.17, which was principal as well. M1 account, pulled out $72.38, which was principal. And these are just being the positions it's taken out of, by portion. I got 100 shares in M1, all set at 1%. So if you know anything about M1, it's actually going to pull out a certain amount to try to keep them all balanced, try to keep the portfolio balanced, Then I withdrew 104.50 from M1, which is principal. I still have a remaining $1,115.35 in that portfolio. Out of my Acorns, I withdrew $72 worth of principal, leaving $1,913 still there. Then I sold Verizon off my public account. That's the app, public, 36.34. On this one, I only profited $1, so I went ahead and bought it on my Robinhood. Because when it's $1 on public, it won't let you pull out, 35.34. It makes you sell all the shares. Then I sold Tyson Foods, $37 worth. I left the profits inside the public. Then I withdrew $169.42 out of my public account from my principal. As you see at the bottom, I still got $136 worth of principal that's withdrawable at the moment. Then from my Ameritrade account, I withdrew $57.54 worth of principal. Out of my Moomoo account, I withdrew $368.68 worth of principal. Out of my Robinhood, I withdrew $163.13 worth of principal. And then I purchased some Chevron, $2.80 worth, which was basically house money that I got from selling my Chevron shares from my stash, which I purchased $32 worth, and I profited $2.80. So I transferred that over to Robinhood since stash wouldn't let me leave that amount in there. Then Modena, I withdrew $33 worth of my principal. As you can see, holding after sale, $20.93 worth of house money is still remaining. So basically that $20.93 is just free money that's just going to sit there and compound over time. Then for my Cash App, I withdrew $31 of iShares, left the gains in the account. Also a win from my Cash App, withdrew $32, left my gains in the account as well. Then NXTG, purchased $3.13 from Robinhood. And that was what I gained off of my Ameritrade account here when I sold $67.31 worth. Of course, Ameritrade you can't buy fractional shares, so I just purchased it in the Robinhood account. JD, I sold 85.19, which I actually took a loss on that one, so I did not make any money off that one. And then from my Robinhood, I sold HYG, $57.72. I only made $1, so I purchased that in my Cash App. Then from my Fidelity account, I withdrew $256.69 worth of capital. And then back to M1, I withdrew another $126.28 worth of capital. And it's going to split that up partially between my 100 shares that I have in that account at the moment. Then Acorns, I withdrew another $54 worth of principal. My public account sold $38.55 worth of InterDigital, which I only made $1 off that transaction, so I purchased that in the Robin account since the public wouldn't let me leave it that small of a balance there. And that was the 12 moves I made today. And as I explained in the video earlier, my strategy is just purchasing. I deployed 28,000 into the market over a 30-day period, and then the next 30 days, which I've done it for the past 10 days, but the next 20 days, which make 30 total, I'm withdrawing the principals and leaving all the gains in the market.